This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the Cincinnati Bengals. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Here's Haskins. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
1st and goal.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And the Bengals are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
He was brought down by Kendall Fuller. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Touchdown. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a 1st quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Good. Makes the score Bengals 7, Washington 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Haskins. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play. First down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Carry for Lindsey. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
He was brought down.
On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Watch your slap, watch your slap. Watch your slap. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check Mike 27. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Haskins will throw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now it's Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Eluding the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Mike 27. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check Mike, 27. Check.
Again, it's Haskins. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
8 yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Haskins back to the air. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Love. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 40, 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Washington.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover,
Hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. Third time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now Burrow on first down. Flush to his right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Nothing.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Coverage there by Brian Body Calhoun.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A gain of 5.
Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make it second down.
5-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Cincinnati.
Joe Mixon with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
Nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here first and 10 at their own 14-yard line. And he'll throw right away. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Hey, check Mike, 27. Check Mike.
Throwing again on second down. Haskins. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
That's good.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And 10 at the 27-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. He's going to take off. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. If you think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
The ball carrier.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Looking to pass. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here first and 10 at the 20. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On first and 10, it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6.
They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31.
31-yard line.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Burrow. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th, now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 12-yard line.
Down, Cincinnati.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
A gain of 2.
As they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd. Touchdown.
Tyler Boyd. His 2nd touchdown on the season. For the Bengals, they widen their lead.
The kick
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Bengals 28. Washington 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's all.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And his This throw's going to be incomplete. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Here we go again. Check. Lucky.
Now Burrow. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try.
For the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From midfield now, Burrow. Open man is Ross, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Cincinnati.
Again, it's Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
He'll go right back to Green, but this time it's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, Washington 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
To throw again, Haskins. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
At the 30-yard line.
Again, it's Haskins. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, He's got second and third down to fall back on.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Throwing again. Haskins. That's caught. It's Thomas. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Haskins, a quick throw out wide. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Haskins back to the air. He'll buy some time right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They'll roll him out right. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
2nd and 6.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
The ball carrier.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Burrow on 3rd down. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
And a Bengal 1st down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Bengals.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down. Here's Burrow. Green's got it over the middle.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive.
And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Switch. 19-18.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dumps it off to Mixon. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Fabian Moreau, and he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 8-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Now this throw caught left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Still throwing the football here even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Check 52's the mark. Defense wins championships, baby. No. Off. Squeeze.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Steps away to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We've talked about